Hi guys, welcome to Python tutorials, and in this video you are going to watch Python logical operators. So logical operators are used to combine conditional statements. For example, there are mainly three logical operators: AND operators, OR operators, or NOT operators. In AND operators, what happens if both the condition is true, then the result is true, and in OR operators, if any one of the condition is true, in that case that the result is true, and the not operator is opposite of AND operators. So let's see with example. So in our same this program we will see that. Let's write one more z. So it has number, let's assign it to 25. So let's first see the AND operator. So if we write x greater than y and x greater than z, that means we are comparing here. We are telling that if x is greater than y and x is also greater than z, so we are comparing this. We are saying that x is, this value of x is greater than y as well as z. So in that case this condition will be true. We will change the message here. X is greater than y and z. So let's write here 30, and here we will write elif. Then in elif let's write here y is greater than x and y is greater than x. So in this case y will be greater than x and z. Y is greater than x and z, or else z will be greater than, automatically z is greater than x and y. X is greater than x and y and z. So how does it work? Here it is comparing the value of x is greater than y and z. So what happens here? As you can see, there are two conditions here. There are two comparisons here. The first one is this one and this one. So first it is compared whether the x is greater than y. So first it compares if x is greater than y, then it becomes true here. True. Okay, and then this condition is evaluated here, that this x is greater than z. So since x is also greater than z, so in this case also it becomes true. So if both these is true, x and y as well, if both are true, then the condition becomes true. So in this case this message is displayed. Now try to change the value and see. X is greater than y and x is greater than z. So if you change the value here to 35, And now try to run the code. So z is greater than, z here is greater than x and y. So how does this work? First, this condition that x is greater than y, so this becomes true. This becomes true. But when it is evaluated, this one, that x is greater than y, but this is not correct, so this condition becomes false here. This becomes false. So ultimately what happens here, the condition becomes false. Here the condition becomes false. Why? Because and in AND operator both the conditions should be true. In AND operator both the condition should be true, then the result is true. And now let's see the OR operator. So what happens in OR operator? Returns true if any one of the condition is true. So let's get back to this OR one. Okay. So rather than AND, we will write here OR, and here also. So we'll write here OR. So in OR, what happens? In OR, if any one of the conditions becomes true, then the result becomes true. So let's see here. X is greater than y. X is greater than y. So this one is true. This one is true. But or so the first condition is true, this one. Now it checks x is greater than z. X is greater than z, which is false. This one is false. False. Now in OR operator, if any one of the values is true, then the result becomes true. So in this case the result will be true, this one, because one of the condition is true. That is right. So if you try to run the code, then x is greater than y and z. So the first condition is true in case of OR, and the third one is not. So change the condition here, and as I mentioned before, it is opposite of AND. So if we write here not, so we are telling here that x greater than y and x greater than, so again keep it 25. So x is greater, first let's evaluate this one, 2. First let's evaluate this one. The first one is x greater than y, so this is true, and then x is greater than z, this is also true. Now in not is opposite of what this says. So it is saying that this is true and this is true, and now we are saying that these two are not true. We are saying these two are not true, which is not correct, which is not correct. So in this case, let's run the code, and in this case what happens, the last one is displaying here, because we are saying that x is not greater than y and x is also not greater than, which is false. So this condition becomes false, and this also becomes false. That is why the last one displays, and last one becomes the true region. So that's it about and, or, and not operator in Python. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video with operators.